Welcome, dear friends, to a peaceful journey through the world of The Simpsons, the animated series that has captured the hearts of millions for over 3 decades. From the vibrant town of Springfield to the unforgettable family of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie the Simpsons has woven itself into the fabric of television history. It began as a simple, animated short, but through clever humor, rich storytelling, and a deep understanding of family, it grew into a cultural phenomenon that still resonates today. Tonight, we'll explore the lore behind this beloved series, the origins, the characters, the unforgettable moments, and reflect on the impact this show has had on both our hearts and our culture. As you listen, take a deep breath, letting go of the day's weight. Allow the soft rhythm of my voice to guide you into a state of relaxation, where the stories and memories of The Simpsons can lull you into a peaceful drift. Let the quiet settle, your muscles relax, and your mind gently quiet itself. And if you enjoy drifting through stories like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly tell me where you're listening from tonight. Now let's begin, dear friends, with the story of how Springfield and its unforgettable residents first came to life. In the soft glow of a quiet evening, we begin our journey into the world of The Simpsons, a world that feels as familiar as an old friend, a place where the characters' voices, the town's streets, and the warmth of family life blend together in perfect harmony. It all began in the late 1980s, a time when the world of animation was undergoing a quiet revolution. In a time before streaming services and viral content, there was a small sketch, a short animation called The Simpsons. Created by cartoonist Matt Groening, this humble beginning would soon become a cornerstone of popular culture, stretching across decades to become one of the longest-running TV shows in history. The first spark of The Simpsons began in 1987 when Groening was asked to create a series of animated shorts for The Tracy Ullman Show. This was an experiment, a new, brief, animated segment to air between live-action sketches. With only a few minutes to tell a story, Groening crafted a family unlike any the world had ever seen. The family consisted of Homer, the lovable yet bumbling father, Marge, the caring but often exasperated mother, Bart, the mischievous, rebellious son, Lisa, the intelligent and driven daughter, and Maggie, the baby who could communicate so much with a single pacifier. It was from these first few minutes of animation that the seed was planted, and from that small sketch, a universe began to bloom. The characters quickly found a unique place in the hearts of viewers. What began as a short, humorous interlude between other sketches soon became a phenomenon in its own right. The early shorts were filled with quirky humor and sharp satire, and their tone resonated deeply with audiences. Groening's inspiration drew from his own family experiences and his love for cartoons, while the show's humor often reflected a mix of satirical wit, family dynamics, and timeless social commentary. Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie quickly became more than just cartoon characters. They became reflections of our own families, imperfect yet lovable in every way. From these first moments, The Simpsons evolved into something much larger. The short segments on The Tracy Ullman Show grew in popularity, catching the attention of networks and viewers alike. The animation, initially simple in style, became more polished and dynamic as it made the transition to a full-length series. By 1989, The Simpsons had its own primetime slot, debuting as a half-hour show on Fox. The first full episode, Simpsons roasting on an open fire marked the beginning of something extraordinary. What was once a simple animated short now had the space to explore the unique dynamics of the Simpson family, dive into the quirks of their everyday life, and reflect the world through their eyes in a way no other show had done before. The early days of The Simpsons were shaped by the vision of Matt Groening, who created the characters and their world. But the show's success was also built upon the collaborative work of its writing staff, animators, and voice actors. The characters, brought to life by the voices of Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, Yeardley Smith, and Harry Shearer, quickly became iconic. Castellaneta's voice for Homer Simpson, deep yet filled with warmth and humor, became instantly recognizable. Julie Kavner's soft yet strong portrayal of Marge gave the character a motherly warmth that grounded the show in its more heartfelt moments. And Bart's rebellious voice, voiced by Nancy Cartwright, became a symbol of youthful mischief and free spiritedness. Together, these voices formed a bond with the audience, creating characters that felt as real as they were animated. As the show gained traction, it began to push boundaries, embracing humor that was clever, at times irreverent, and always satirical. Each episode reflected a unique view of American life, tackling everything from family relationships to politics, from pop culture to the absurdities of modern society. The beauty of The Simpsons lay in its ability to tackle serious topics with humor and levity, always allowing room for reflection and empathy. It was never just about the jokes, it was about understanding the world around us, even if it was through a lens of exaggerated hilarity. One of the defining aspects of the show's early years was its distinct visual style. The animation, while simple compared to today's standards, carried with it a warmth that was instantly recognizable. The bright colors of Springfield, the exaggerated features of the characters, and the vibrant backdrop of the town set the stage for the humor and emotional depth that would follow. As the seasons passed, the animation evolved, becoming smoother and more refined, but it always kept that original charm, those distinctive yellow tones, the quirky angles, and the playful simplicity that made the show feel timeless. The creators of The Simpsons understood that humor could be both an escape and a mirror. By drawing on everyday family dynamics and blending them with over the top adventures, the show made its audience laugh, think, and reflect. The Simpsons household was like any other, but their exaggerated antics, their memorable quotes, and their unlikely moments of wisdom made them stand out in a sea of television families. Each character offered a mirror into our own lives, a gentle reminder of the universal themes of love, frustration, joy, and resilience. In the gentle glow of each episode, we saw Homer's struggle to balance his laziness with his deep love for his family. In Marge's quiet strength, often unnoticed by those around her, reflected the silent struggles many of us face in our own lives. Bart's defiance was an echo of our own moments of rebellion, while Lisa's intelligence and her yearning for something greater reminded us of the value of striving for more. And little Maggie, silent yet ever present, showed us that sometimes the most powerful messages come without words. As The Simpsons grew from a quirky short to a primetime sensation, it became a reflection of our world, both absurd and beautiful. The simple story of a family with exaggerated traits and quirky antics turned into a series that could explore themes as deep as life and death, love and loss, and the chaotic beauty of the world around us. Every episode was a gentle exploration of what it means to be human, using humor as both a shield and a lens through which we could better understand our own lives. With the success of The Simpsons, Matt Groening had unknowingly set the stage for a show that would endure for decades. In the years that followed, the series would continue to evolve, exploring new themes, introducing new characters, and becoming an ever expanding universe of storytelling. But at its heart, it remained a simple, tender look at family life, one that resonated with audiences across generations. And so, the journey of The Simpsons began, not just as a show about a quirky family, but as a cultural touchstone, a place where humor, heart, and reflection converged in a way that would continue to resonate with viewers for years to come. As we settle deeper into the world of Springfield, we find ourselves face to face with the heart of the show, the Simpson family. It is within this family unit that the essence of The Simpsons lives and breathes, an ever present reminder of the beauty and absurdity of family life. Each member of the family, from Homer to Maggie, represents a different facet of the human experience, and together they form a world where laughter, love, and frustration coexist in perfect harmony. At the very center of this family is Homer Simpson, the bumbling yet deeply lovable father. Homer's personality is, in many ways, a reflection of the everyman, someone whose greatest desires are simple: peace, relaxation, and the occasional donut. Yet it's through Homer's faults, his laziness, and his seemingly endless mistakes that we see the human condition laid bare. Homer's love for his family, though often expressed in clumsy and misguided ways, is pure and unwavering. He may not always have the answers, and his actions may often cause more chaos than comfort, but it is through Homer's heart that we see the genuine warmth of the show. His relationship with Marge is one of quiet strength, a partnership built on unconditional love and mutual respect, despite the many hurdles they face. Marge is the anchor that keeps the family grounded, the steady hand that holds everything together when the storm of Homer's antics threatens to tear things apart. With her tall blue hair and soft yet firm voice, Marge is the heart of the Simpson household. She is the embodiment of patience, the quiet backbone of the family, a figure who often sacrifices her own needs and desires to make sure her family is happy and cared for. Marge's role goes beyond that of a mother and wife. She is the emotional glue that binds the family together, always putting others first, even when it means putting her own dreams on hold. Then there is Bart, the mischievous, rebellious son. With his spiky hair and devil-may-care attitude, Bart is the quintessential troublemaker. He challenges authority, breaks the rules, and often finds himself in situations that cause his parents no end of frustration. Yet beneath his pranks and defiant demeanor lies a heart that is full of love for his family. Bart's character is an exploration of youthful rebellion, a symbol of independence and self-expression, and though his antics often leave a trail of destruction in their wake, his journey reflects the universal struggle to find oneself amidst the expectations of society and family. Lisa, in contrast, represents the intellect, the desire for more, the hunger for understanding. As the smart, driven daughter of the Simpson family, Lisa often feels like an outsider. Her intellect and aspirations set her apart from the rest of her family, particularly from Bart, who seems more interested in causing chaos than in furthering his education. Yet Lisa's character is more than just a brilliant mind. She is a dreamer, a young girl who feels the weight of the world's expectations on her shoulders. Her deep empathy and commitment to making the world a better place, along with her struggle to balance her intellect with her place in the family, add a layer of emotional depth to the show. And then there's Maggie, the youngest member of the family, whose quiet presence is felt in every episode, even if she doesn't say a word. Maggie's pacifier is a symbol of her innocence and quiet wisdom, a child who communicates not through words, but through the subtle expressions of her face and the small gestures that speak volumes. Maggie may not have the voice of Bart or Lisa, but she carries with her a presence that is felt just as strongly. Her character is a reminder that sometimes silence holds as much power as words, and that even in her silence, Maggie plays an important role in shaping the dynamics of the Simpson family. Each member of the Simpson family plays a distinct role, and it is the interplay between them that makes the show so rich with meaning and humor. Homer and Marge, despite their differences, form the perfect balance of love and compromise. Bart and Lisa, though they clash at times, share a bond of siblinghood that mirrors the complicated yet unbreakable relationships that exist in families everywhere. And Maggie, the youngest, provides a sense of purity and innocence that is often the source of comfort and quiet wisdom amidst the chaos that surrounds her. The dynamics within the Simpson family are both relatable and deeply endearing. They remind us of our own families, the ways in which we love, fight, forgive, and grow together. The Simpsons does not shy away from portraying the flaws and imperfections of each character. Homer's laziness and impulsive behavior often lead to disastrous consequences, and Marge's quiet patience sometimes leads her to put the needs of others before her own. Bart's rebellious streak and Lisa's desire for independence create a tension within the family, and yet these moments of conflict are always tempered with a deep sense of love and understanding. Each episode is a gentle exploration of the emotional complexity of family life, of how we navigate our differences, and how we ultimately find our way back to each other. At the same time, the family's imperfections make them all the more human. Homer's bumbling mistakes and Marge's quiet strength may seem exaggerated in the world of animation, but they are reflections of real emotions: love, frustration, sacrifice, and joy that everyone can relate to. The Simpsons are not perfect, and it is through their imperfections that we see the beauty of their familial bond. Each member of the family has their own struggles, desires, and dreams, but it is through the quiet moments, the times when they come together, that we see the true power of family. What makes the Simpson family so special is their ability to be both extraordinary and ordinary at the same time. They face issues that are universal: growing up, love, loss, identity, yet they do so in a world that is as absurd as it is familiar. The humor of The Simpsons lies not just in the wild, over the top antics of its characters, but in the way it explores these universal themes through a lens of satire and whimsy. It's a show that balances laughter and emotion, humor and heart, in a way that resonates deeply with its audience. As we reflect on the lives of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, we are reminded of the importance of family, the support, the love, and the shared experiences that bind us together. The Simpson family may not be perfect, but they are real in a way that touches the hearts of those who watch. They remind us that no matter the flaws or challenges we face, family is where we find our truest sense of belonging. As we journey deeper into the realm of The Simpsons, we are not only drawn into the lives of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, but also into the world of Springfield itself, a town as rich in character as the family that resides within it. Springfield is more than just a backdrop for the antics of the Simpson family. It is a living, breathing entity with its own quirks, its own eccentricities, and a cast of characters that make it feel like a real, albeit bizarre, community. It's a town where anything can happen, where the absurd is commonplace, and where every corner holds the potential for humor, heart, and occasional chaos. From the very first episode, Springfield has been more than just a setting. It has been a character in its own right. Its residents, each with their own unique personalities and peculiarities, contribute to the charm of the show. Whether it's the gruff and cynical Mo Sislak, the ever optimistic Apu Nahasapiamapedalon, or the curiously philosophical Ned Flanders, the people of Springfield are an essential part of what makes The Simpsons so beloved. Each one, no matter how quirky or odd, plays a vital role in the larger narrative of the town, creating a vibrant, if sometimes chaotic, tapestry of life. Take, for example, the town's mayor, Joe Quimby. With his slicked back hair and smooth talking demeanor, Mayor Quimby is the embodiment of political incompetence and corruption, a satirical portrayal of local politics. He rarely does anything for the good of Springfield, often using his office for personal gain, yet he remains an oddly lovable character. His portrayal is a reminder of the absurdities and flaws inherent in the systems that govern our own communities, and though he is often the subject of ridicule, he is never quite villainous, just another example of the show's ability to balance satire with warmth. Then there is Apu, the hardworking, endlessly optimistic owner of the Quick E-Mart. Apu's character is a blend of kindness, ambition, and occasional frustration as he navigates the complexities of his immigrant experience while working tirelessly to support his family. His interactions with the Simpson family, especially with Homer, who regularly finds himself in trouble at the Quickie Mart, are a source of both humor and heart. Apu's loyalty to his friends and his unshakable optimism, even in the face of adversity, make him a beloved figure in Springfield, and his story adds a layer of depth to the show's portrayal of diverse characters and experiences. And of course, we cannot forget Ned Flanders, Homer's overly cheerful and ever patient neighbor. Ned represents the idealistic, devout, and often naive side of human nature. His unyielding positivity and deep religious faith often clash with Homer's more cynical, reckless tendencies, yet despite their differences, Ned remains one of Homer's closest friends. His unwavering kindness, though often a source of comic relief, is also a reminder of the importance of love and community, even in the face of the absurdity that surrounds them. Ned's character is a testament to the show's ability to portray both the absurd and the heartfelt, finding humor in the little moments of life while also acknowledging the deeper, more meaningful aspects of human connection. These are just a few of the many residents of Springfield who make the town feel alive. There's the eccentric Dr. Hibbert, who manages to remain calm in the face of even the most bizarre medical emergencies, and the mischievous sideshow Bob, who serves as the show's primary villain, always scheming and plotting against the Simpson family. There's Principal Skinner, the stern but well meaning school administrator, and his feisty mother, Agnes, who is always ready to remind him of his shortcomings. The town is full of these colorful characters, each one adding its own layer to the world of Springfield. The beauty of Springfield lies in its diversity, both in the people who inhabit it and in the places that make up the town. From the local church, where Ned Flanders leads the congregation in prayer, to the quick service Quickie Mart, there is no shortage of locations that feel as though they could exist in any small town. The ever present backdrop of the Springfield nuclear power plant, where Homer works, is a constant reminder of the bizarre corporate world that governs much of the show's humor. The town's many landmarks, from the local bar to the local bowling alley, offer endless opportunities for the show's writers to explore the interactions between its residents, always with an eye toward the absurd. Yet, despite its quirks and eccentricities, Springfield is a place that feels familiar. It is, in many ways, an idealized version of a small town community, full of eccentric characters, yes, but also full of warmth, familiarity, and connection. The residents of Springfield may be strange, but they are never truly unlikable. Even in their most ridiculous moments, there's an underlying sense of love and care that connects them all. The people of Springfield, much like the Simpson family, are a reminder that despite our differences, we all share a common humanity, a desire for connection, for understanding, and for a place to call home. Springfield's charm also lies in its sense of timelessness. Despite the ever changing world outside, the town of Springfield remains constant, a place where the events of each episode feel as though they could happen at any time. There is a certain nostalgia to the town, a sense that it exists in a world that is both familiar and slightly askew. The show's creators have crafted a world that feels lived in, where every street corner, every building, every character feels as though they belong. And it is this sense of belonging, of community, that makes Springfield such a compelling place to return to, time and time again. In many ways, Springfield represents the universal town, one that could exist anywhere, with its blend of absurdity and warmth, its strange cast of characters, and its quirky but lovable residents. It is a town where laughter and love coexist, where chaos and peace meet, and where no matter how outrageous the storylines get, the core of the show remains grounded in the relationships between its characters. As we continue our journey through the world of The Simpsons, we are reminded that it is not just the Simpson family that makes the show so special. It is the town of Springfield, with all its eccentricities and charm, that gives the show its heart and soul. It is the perfect setting for the laughter, love, and lessons that The Simpsons continues to offer, an ever-evolving world where every character, no matter how small, plays an important role in shaping the stories we know and love. As we settle deeper into the heart of Springfield and its beloved characters, we must take a moment to acknowledge the incredible voices that bring them to life, voices that have become as iconic as the characters themselves. The magic of The Simpsons would not be the same without its extraordinary cast of voice actors, whose performances imbue the characters with a depth, warmth, and humor that resonates across generations. These actors have not only shaped the identities of the characters we know and love, but they have also transformed the world of animation, setting a new standard for what animated characters can be. At the very center of this remarkable cast is Dan Castellaneta, whose voice work as Homer Simpson has become synonymous with the character. Homer's distinct, deep, and often frustrated voice has become a defining feature of the show, but it is Dan's ability to bring warmth and vulnerability to the role that makes Homer so endearing. While Homer's antics and his frequent blunders are the source of much of the show's humor, it is his love for his family and his occasional moments of wisdom that make him more than just a cartoon character. Through Castellaneta's voice, Homer becomes a symbol of the everyman, imperfect, flawed, yet always striving to do his best in a world that often doesn't make sense. It is this balance of humor and heart that has made Homer one of the most beloved characters in television history. Julie Kavner, who voices Marge Simpson, brings a different kind of warmth to the show. Marge's voice is soft, steady, and full of maternal strength, and it is through Kavner's portrayal that Marge's role as the emotional anchor of the Simpson family is brought to life. Marge's voice conveys both her frustration and her boundless patience, and it is through Kavner's performance that we feel the depth of Marge's love for her family. Kavner's ability to express the complexities of Marge's character, from her quiet sacrifices to her moments of joy, is a testament to her incredible talent. Marge's voice has a timeless quality, one that evokes the comfort of home and the strength of a mother's love. Her voice doesn't just speak words, it carries the weight of every loving gesture and every quiet sacrifice that makes Marge such a compelling character. Then there is Nancy Cartwright, whose voice work as Bart Simpson has become legendary. With her spiky hair and mischievous grin, Bart is the embodiment of youthful rebellion, and Cartwright's voice brings that spirit to life in every episode. Bart's voice is full of energy, defiance, and the quick-witted charm that makes him both a troublemaker and a lovable character. But behind that voice lies a deeper layer, a sense of vulnerability, loneliness, and a desire for love and acceptance. Cartwright's ability to balance these two sides of Bart's character is part of what makes him such a compelling figure. Bart's voice is the voice of adolescence, a time when the world feels both exhilarating and overwhelming, when rebellion and love coexist in a fragile harmony. Lisa Simpson, voiced by Yeardley Smith, is the intellectual and often reflective member of the Simpson family, and her voice captures that quality perfectly. Lisa's voice is clear, intelligent, and full of passion for the things she loves. But it is Smith's ability to convey Lisa's moments of frustration and isolation that gives the character emotional depth. Lisa's voice is the voice of a young girl who is always striving for something more knowledge, more understanding, more meaning. Smith brings a sense of longing to Lisa's voice, an emotion that is both heart-wrenching and relatable. Through Lisa's voice, we hear the quiet struggle of a young girl who wants to find her place in the world and who sometimes feels like she doesn't quite fit in with the family she loves so much. It is this vulnerability, combined with her intelligence and drive, that makes Lisa such a poignant and relatable character. Finally, there is Maggie Simpson, the baby of the family, whose silence speaks volumes. While Maggie doesn't have a speaking role In the traditional sense, her voice is still incredibly important to the show. Through her cries, her expressions, and her pacifier, Maggie communicates more than words could ever convey. The character of Maggie is often a symbol of innocence, of purity, and of the quiet wisdom that comes with being the youngest in the family. And while she may not speak, Maggie's presence is always felt, and that is in large part thanks to the subtle yet impactful voice work behind her character. Maggie's silence holds as much power as any spoken line, and through the careful performance of her character, the show captures the beauty and complexity of childhood in its most innocent form. The magic of The Simpsons lies not just in the writing or the animation, but in the way these talented voice actors bring the characters to life. Each of the main characters has a distinct voice, one that not only defines their personality, but also gives them a sense of individuality and depth. These actors have created characters who are more than just animated figures on a screen. They are real, living, breathing beings who we care about, laugh with, and sometimes cry with. Their voices transcend the animation, becoming symbols of love, laughter, and life itself. It is also worth noting the incredible versatility of the voice cast. While Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, Yeardley Smith, and Harry Shearer are the primary voices behind the main characters, they also lend their talents to many of the other voices in Springfield. Castellaneta, for example, has voiced a multitude of characters, from the gruff Dr. Hibbert to the often overlooked character of Krusty the Clown. Kavner's voice can be heard in various supporting roles, and Cartwright has brought to life characters like Nelson Muntz and Ralph Wiggum, each one distinct from Bart, yet still infused with her unmistakable energy. The ability of the voice cast to inhabit so many different characters is a testament to their range and their dedication to bringing the world of Springfield to life. Beyond the performances of the main cast, The Simpsons also features a vast array of guest stars, each lending their voice to the already rich tapestry of characters. From Hollywood legends to political figures, the show has welcomed a who's who of famous voices over the years. These guest appearances are often used to heighten the humor of an episode or to introduce a new character, but they also add to the show's sense of realism. Even in a world as bizarre as Springfield, these guest stars help to make it feel like a place where anything is possible, a world where even the most unlikely voices can be heard. The voice cast of The Simpsons is not just a group of talented individuals, they are the heartbeat of the show, the ones who have breathed life into a world that would otherwise be flat and lifeless. Their voices are not just sounds, they are the soul of Springfield, the medium through which the stories of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, and the countless other characters come alive. It is their performances that have made The Simpsons an enduring success, and their ability to make us laugh, cry, and reflect on the world around us is what has kept us coming back, episode after episode, year after year. As we continue to explore the world of The Simpsons, we arrive at one of the most distinctive elements of the show, its humor. From its early days to the present, The Simpsons has redefined the way television comedy is written, blending sharp wit, social commentary, and absurd humor to create a show that has resonated with audiences for more than 3 decades. The humor of The Simpsons is more than just a series of punchlines. It is an intricate blend of clever satire, emotional depth, and a unique perspective on the world that makes us laugh while also encouraging us to reflect on the complexities of life. In its early years, The Simpsons relied heavily on slapstick humor, with Homer's bumbling antics and Bart's mischievous behavior providing much of the comedy. Yet, even in these moments, the show was never just about the joke itself. It was about the characters and their relationships. Homer's foolishness and Bart's rebellion were never just for laughs. They were reflections of the frustrations and challenges that families face every day. What made The Simpsons so special was its ability to take ordinary situations, family dinners, schoolyard pranks, lazy afternoons, and turn them into hilarious, often absurd commentaries on the human condition. But as the show progressed, so did its humor. The early episodes were often filled with physical comedy and exaggerated situations, but as the seasons went on, The Simpsons began to explore a more nuanced form of comedy. The humor became less reliant on slapstick and more focused on social satire, character driven comedy, and self reflection. The Simpsons started to comment on the world around it, addressing topics like politics, consumerism, family dynamics, and the absurdity of modern life, all while maintaining its trademark wit and irreverence. One of the most notable aspects of The Simpsons' humor is its ability to tackle serious topics with humor and grace. The show is never afraid to address difficult subjects, whether it's the struggles of parenthood, the complexities of marriage, or the absurdity of the corporate world, while still managing to make us laugh. Homer's deep love for his family, even in the face of his many flaws, is portrayed with both humor and heart. The show's writers have an uncanny ability to take a seemingly trivial issue and make it relatable while also using it as a vehicle for larger social commentary. This blend of humor and heart is what has made The Simpsons so enduring. At its core, the show is about the Simpson family and their relationships with each other, and it is through this lens that the humor becomes more than just entertainment. It becomes a reflection of our own lives. The show doesn't shy away from the messy, imperfect realities of family life. Instead, it embraces them, finding humor in the chaos, love in the dysfunction, and comfort in the absurdity. It's this relatability, coupled with sharp writing and well timed comedy, that has made The Simpsons so beloved by audiences across generations. As the show evolved, so too did its approach to satire. The early seasons of The Simpsons were filled with satirical references to popular culture, politics, and social issues. But as the show gained popularity, the satire became more pointed and often more biting. In the 1990s, The Simpsons became known for its sharp commentary on the American dream, the media, the corporate world, and the dysfunction of politics. Episodes like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Homer the Great took aim at the political establishment, while Homer versus Lisa and the Eighth Commandment offered a scathing critique of capitalism and consumerism. These episodes used humor not just to entertain, but to make a point, to encourage the audience to think about the world around them, and to question the systems and structures that govern our lives. The ability of The Simpsons to blend comedy with social and political commentary is one of the reasons the show has remained relevant for so long. As society has changed, so too has the humor of The Simpsons, adapting to the evolving landscape of politics, technology, and culture. Yet, despite its evolution, the show has always remained grounded in its core values: the importance of family, the absurdity of life, and the joy of finding humor in even the most challenging situations. One of the hallmarks of The Simpsons humor is its ability to balance absurdity with truth. The show often takes the most outlandish scenarios, like Homer becoming an astronaut or the family winning the lottery, and places them alongside relatable moments, like Homer struggling to fix a broken sink or Lisa trying to navigate her role as the smartest person in the room. These contrasts create a unique sense of humor that is both surreal and grounded in reality. The absurdity of the situations often makes us laugh out loud, while the underlying truths about human nature and family life resonate on a deeper level. But perhaps the most important aspect of The Simpsons' humor is its accessibility. The show's comedy is multi layered, appealing to both children and adults. While the slapstick humor and visual gags are aimed at a younger audience, the satire, wordplay, and social commentary are designed to engage older viewers. This balance allows The Simpsons to be a show that can be enjoyed by people of all ages, with different levels of understanding and appreciation for the humor. It's a show that can be watched casually for a quick laugh or revisited over and over again for a deeper appreciation of its wit and insight. At the heart of all this humor is the show's ability to reflect the human experience. The Simpsons isn't just a cartoon, it is a mirror held up to society, showing us the quirks, flaws, and beauty of the world we live in. The show's humor, whether absurd or poignant, is a way of coping with the complexities of life. It allows us to laugh at ourselves, to find joy in the ordinary, and to take comfort in the fact that despite all the chaos around us, we are all in this together. The evolution of The Simpsons, from simple slapstick humor to a sophisticated, multifaceted comedy, has made it one of the most influential television shows in history. Its ability to adapt to the changing world while maintaining its unique voice is a testament to the talent of its creators and voice cast. And while the show has evolved, it has never lost sight of what makes it special: the family dynamics, the social commentary, and of course, the humor that brings it all together. As we continue to explore the world of The Simpsons, we come to another crucial element that defines the show: its art and animation. Though the characters and writing are the beating heart of the show, the animation itself plays a vital role in creating the world of Springfield. From its distinct visual style to the evolution of its animation techniques, The Simpsons has revolutionized the way animated television is made, leaving an indelible mark on both the medium and pop culture as a whole. At the heart of The Simpsons' visual identity is its simple yet instantly recognizable animation style. When the show first debuted in 1989, it stood out from the typical animation of the time, which was often more polished and traditional. The exaggerated cartoonish features of the characters, Homer's round body, Marge's towering blue hair, Bart's spiky head, gave The Simpsons an instantly iconic look. The bright yellow color of the characters became a signature of the show, a decision that, while simple, became one of the most memorable aspects of its visual design. The show's visual aesthetic is rooted in simplicity, but it is this very simplicity that allows the characters to stand out, creating a unique and timeless visual language that viewers immediately recognize. This visual style, while simple, is also filled with delightful details. The backgrounds of Springfield, though often understated, are filled with little Easter eggs, subtle references to other episodes, pop culture, or political commentary that reward attentive viewers. The design of the town itself is wonderfully eclectic, reflecting the quirky and chaotic nature of the show. From the neon lit Quickie Mart to the iconic Moe's Tavern, the places that make up Springfield are as vivid and eccentric as the characters that inhabit them. These backgrounds not only provide a sense of place, but also contribute to the show's humor. The designs of the settings, whether it's the ominous tone of the nuclear power plant or the bright colors of the Simpson household, help set the emotional tone of each scene. The animation of The Simpsons has evolved over the years, reflecting the changing technologies and techniques of the animation industry. In the early days, the animation was hand drawn, with each frame carefully sketched and colored by hand. This traditional technique gave the show a raw, handcrafted feel that added to its charm. As technology advanced, so did the animation process. The shift to digital animation in the late 1990s allowed for smoother movements and more dynamic visuals, but the show's core visual identity remained unchanged. The hand drawn style still shines through in every episode, ensuring that The Simpsons maintains its distinct, almost nostalgic quality. One of the key innovations in The Simpsons animation came with the use of bright, contrasting colors. The bright yellow of the Simpson family, in particular, was an intentional choice by the show's creators. In a sea of traditional, muted color palettes used in most animation at the time, the decision to make the family's skin yellow was a bold and striking move. The contrast between the bright yellows of the characters and the more subdued tones of the background created a visually striking effect that made the characters pop off the screen. This bold use of color has become one of the most instantly recognizable aspects of the show's visual style, and it is something that has remained consistent throughout its run. The animation of The Simpsons also allows for a level of surrealism and exaggeration that adds to its comedic impact. Because the animation style is so flexible, the show is able to stretch the bounds of reality in ways that live action television cannot. Homer's head, for example, can become comically large to express his frustration, or characters can leap into exaggerated physical poses during moments of heightened emotion. This freedom allows for a level of humor that would be difficult to achieve in a more rigid, realistic format. The exaggerated nature of the animation gives the show a sense of freedom, both in its humor and in its visual storytelling. Yet, despite its surrealism, the animation of The Simpsons never loses sight of its characters' humanity. While the characters may have exaggerated features and larger than life personalities, they are grounded in real emotions and relationships. The simplicity of the animation allows for the characters' feelings and actions to take center stage without the distraction of overly detailed visuals or complex backgrounds. This balance between simplicity and complexity is what gives The Simpsons its enduring charm. The show's evolution has also brought about more intricate visual storytelling. Over time, the animators have experimented with different artistic techniques, such as more dynamic camera angles, vibrant color schemes, and sophisticated visual effects. This evolution has allowed The Simpsons to keep pace with the changing landscape of animation while still retaining the elements that made it so beloved in the first place. For example, special episodes such as Treehouse of Horror have allowed for more ambitious animation, with the characters appearing in a variety of different styles, from horror movie parodies to fantastical dream sequences. These episodes showcase the creativity and versatility of the animation team as they experiment with different genres and artistic techniques. The visual storytelling in The Simpsons is also closely tied to the show's humor. The animation allows the show to deliver visual gags that play off the absurdity of its world. A simple sight gag, like Homer trying to eat a sandwich while balancing on a trampoline, becomes a laugh out loud moment, not just because of the physical comedy, but because of the way the animation heightens the absurdity. The fluidity of the characters' movements, whether they're bouncing off walls or taking exaggerated steps, adds an extra layer of comedy that would be difficult to achieve without animation. In addition to its visual style, The Simpsons also relies heavily on visual metaphors and recurring visual motifs. For example, the cloud of doom that follows Homer around when he is about to make a bad decision is a visual cue that tells the audience that something ridiculous is about to happen. Similarly, the recurring gag of the family members staring blankly at a television screen has become a symbol of their sometimes mindless existence, a visual metaphor for the passive way in which many people engage with the world around them. These visual cues, while subtle, add another layer of depth to the show's humor, allowing viewers to pick up on visual details that reinforce the show's themes. As the show continues to evolve, so does its animation. The creative team behind The Simpsons continues to push the boundaries of what animation can do, blending old techniques with new technologies to create a visually rich and diverse world. Whether through a simple moment of physical comedy or an elaborate fantasy sequence, the animation of The Simpsons is integral to the show's storytelling, enhancing both the humor and the emotional depth of the characters. In the world of The Simpsons, the animation is not just a means of delivering jokes, it is an essential part of the storytelling. The characters' exaggerated expressions, the surreal worlds they inhabit, and the vibrant colors of Springfield all contribute to the unique atmosphere of the show. The animation may have started simple, but it has grown into something much more sophisticated, allowing the show to explore new genres, techniques, and visual styles. The art and animation of The Simpsons are as much a part of its legacy as the characters and the humor, making it a cornerstone of animated television. As we delve deeper into the world of The Simpsons, it becomes evident that this show is more than just a collection of jokes and quirky characters. It is a cultural phenomenon, one that has left an indelible mark on the fabric of pop culture. From its groundbreaking animation style to its sharp satirical wit, The Simpsons has not only shaped the landscape of television, but has also influenced countless aspects of modern life, from politics and music to fashion and social attitudes. Its impact stretches far beyond the screen, resonating with fans across the globe and embedding itself into the cultural consciousness in ways that few television shows ever have. One of the most significant ways in which The Simpsons has influenced pop culture is through its pioneering approach to television comedy. The show revolutionized the way animated series were perceived, transforming the genre from one primarily aimed at children into an entertainment form that could appeal to a much broader audience. Before The Simpsons, animated shows were often considered a niche market, targeted largely at younger audiences. However, by infusing its episodes with sharp satire, adult themes, and social commentary, The Simpsons proved that animated television could be smart, funny, and sophisticated, appealing to both children and adults alike. This shift in perception paved the way for other animated shows that followed, from South Park to Family Guy, and even to shows like Rick and Morty that pushed the boundaries of animated comedy even further. The Simpsons broke down the barriers that previously limited animated shows and helped establish animation as a versatile medium capable of addressing a wide range of topics, from the mundane to the profound. The show's success also paved the way for other adult animated series, and it created a blueprint for how to balance humor with social commentary in a way that could engage audiences of all ages. But The Simpsons' influence extends far beyond the realm of animation. The show has also had a profound impact on popular music, with its characters and themes regularly referenced in songs across a variety of genres. From rock bands like Green Day, who made guest appearances on the show, to iconic figures like the Rolling Stones and Michael Jackson, The Simpsons has attracted some of the biggest names in music who have either appeared as guest stars or referenced the show in their work. The show's ability to engage with and influence the music industry is a testament to its widespread cultural reach. In addition to these musical connections, The Simpsons has also influenced the way in which we interact with the world around us. The show's influence can be seen in the way people talk about family life, relationships, politics, and pop culture. Quotable lines from The Simpsons have entered everyday conversation, becoming part of the vernacular. Phrases like dough, Homer's exasperated cry, and eat my shorts, Bart's rebellious catchphrase, have become iconic, instantly recognizable to fans of the show and even to those who have never seen an episode. These catchphrases, and the manner in which they are delivered, have become part of the collective cultural lexicon, often used to express frustration, defiance, or simple humor. The show's influence on fashion is equally noteworthy. Characters like Bart Simpson, with his iconic red shirt and blue shorts, and Lisa Simpson, with her pearls and dress, have become symbols of style and personality. Bart, in particular, became a pop culture icon in the early 1990s, with his image appearing on everything from t shirts to backpacks, lunchboxes, to posters. The Bartman craze, which saw Bart's image plastered on merchandise everywhere, became a cultural touchstone, and the character's rebellious attitude and punk inspired look resonated with fans in a way that few animated characters had before. The show has also been a major influence on the way we approach and understand politics. The Simpsons has long been known for its satirical takes on political issues, often lampooning the absurdities of the political system, from local government to national elections. The show's portrayal of Springfield's corrupt mayor, Joe Quimby, is a clear example of how The Simpsons has used humor to address the realities of politics and power. The series has made several sharp critiques of the political landscape, highlighting the ways in which politicians and institutions often fall short of their promises. This irreverent view of politics has led many viewers to reflect on the world around them and question the power structures that shape their lives. In addition to its political satire, The Simpsons has also had a significant impact on how we view family life. The Simpson family is a microcosm of the modern American family, but with exaggerated, often humorous traits. The show's ability to explore complex family dynamics, love, conflict, forgiveness, and growth has made it relatable to viewers across generations. The show's portrayal of Homer as a well meaning but flawed father figure, Marge as the loving and often overlooked matriarch, and Bart, Lisa, and Maggie as the diverse, evolving children provides a reflection of the real life complexities of family life. The Simpsons has shown that no family is perfect, but through humor, love, and patience, families can navigate the ups and downs of life together. The show's influence on how we talk about family is also reflected in its exploration of parenthood. In many ways, The Simpsons has helped redefine the role of fathers in television. Homer, despite his flaws, is a loving and deeply devoted father. His character, while often a source of comedic relief, also shows the complexities of fatherhood, the challenges, the missteps, and the genuine love that underpins the relationship between father and child. Homer's character became an iconic representation of the lovable idiot archetype, and his relationship with his children, particularly with Bart, has been a focal point for many of the show's most poignant and humorous moments. One of the most enduring aspects of The Simpsons' influence is its ability to adapt to the times while maintaining its core identity. The show has remained relevant for more than 30 years by addressing contemporary issues while still staying true to its roots. Whether it's exploring the rise of social media, the challenges of modern technology, or the ever changing political landscape, The Simpsons has managed to stay current by tackling real world issues in a way that is both entertaining and thought provoking. It's a testament to the show's creative vision that it continues to resonate with viewers even as the world around it has changed. From influencing television comedy to reshaping how we think about family, politics, and pop culture, The Simpsons has had a profound impact on the world. Its ability to blend humor, social commentary, and heart has made it one of the most beloved and influential television shows of all time. And as the show continues to evolve, its influence will undoubtedly continue to shape the future of both animation and television, proving that the world of Springfield is not just a fictional town, but a reflection of the world we live in. One of the most delightful and enduring features of The Simpsons is its long history of guest stars. From rock icons to Hollywood legends, political figures to comedic geniuses, The Simpsons has welcomed a diverse array of famous faces over the years, all of whom have brought their unique charm and personality to Springfield. These guest stars not only help to shape the episodes they appear in, but also contribute to the larger cultural significance of the show. Whether they're playing themselves or fictional characters, these appearances have added a layer of richness and excitement to The Simpsons, while also showcasing the show's influence on the entertainment industry as a whole. The tradition of guest stars on The Simpsons began early in the show's run, with the creators realizing that the addition of well known personalities could serve both as a fun surprise for viewers and a way to bring a new dynamic to the stories. It wasn't long before the show began to attract major celebrities from all walks of life, each lending their voices to the colorful world of Springfield. From season 1 onwards, the show would regularly feature guest appearances from musicians, actors, and public figures, sometimes in surprising, often hilarious roles that delighted audiences. One of the most iconic early guest appearances on The Simpsons was that of Michael Jackson. Appearing in the season 3 episode Stark Raving Dad, Jackson voiced the character of Leon Kompowski, a man Homer meets in a mental institution who believes he is the king of pop. The episode, which deals with themes of mental health and family, is one of the most memorable in the show's history. Jackson's involvement was a groundbreaking moment for The Simpsons, showing that the show could not only attract major stars, but also use their presence to make bold, creative statements. Jackson's performance in the episode became legendary, both for his memorable role and for the behind the scenes story that he had written the song Happy Birthday Lisa specifically for the episode. Another memorable guest appearance came from the legendary actor and comedian Tony Bennett, who voiced himself in the episode The Scorpion's Tale. Known for his smooth voice and timeless music, Bennett's performance on The Simpsons was as charming as his real-life persona. As with many of the show's guest stars, Bennett played a fictionalized version of himself, this time a crooner who helps Homer and Marge find their way through a moment of crisis. His cameo was not only an amusing moment for fans, but also a nod to The Simpsons' ability to bring in stars who were both well loved by older generations and respected by those who enjoyed the show's unique brand of humor. The list of musical guest stars who've appeared on The Simpsons is both long and diverse, representing nearly every genre imaginable. Rock bands like the Rolling Stones and Green Day have lent their voices to Springfield, adding their distinct sounds to the show's cultural influence. One of the most notable musical moments came when U2 appeared in the episode The Simpsons Movie. The band, famous for its global impact on the music scene, voiced versions of themselves during a cameo in the film, adding another layer of cultural relevance to the show's ever-expanding world. Their appearance was yet another reminder of how The Simpsons had managed to create a space where artists from all walks of life could share their talents and personalities with the world. But it isn't just musicians and Hollywood stars who've graced the screen on The Simpsons. The show has also attracted a wide range of political figures who have been willing to poke fun at themselves and engage in the show's trademark satire. Former U.S. President George H.W. Bush, for example, appeared in the episode Two Bad Neighbors, where he and his wife Barbara become neighbors to The Simpsons. The episode satirizes his political career, particularly his time in office, but it also humanizes him in a way that allows the show's audience to see him in a new light. Similarly, former presidential candidate John McCain appeared in the episode Sarah's House, where he voiced himself as part of the ongoing political satire the show is known for. These appearances show that The Simpsons is not only a platform for pop culture and music icons, but also for public figures, making the show feel like a place where anything or anyone can appear. Perhaps the most surprising guest star appearances have been those from long-standing rivals, where the lines between real life and Springfield blur in delightful and unexpected ways. For example, in the episode Homer vs. Dignity, the family becomes entangled with a series of increasingly ridiculous schemes, including an appearance by talk show legend and fellow comedian Conan O'Brien. O'Brien, who voiced himself in the episode, became a beloved part of the show's world, making his mark as a witty and humor driven character who delivered some of the most iconic lines of the episode. The inclusion of someone like O'Brien, a comedic genius in his own right, exemplifies The Simpsons' ability to tap into multiple areas of entertainment, expanding the world of Springfield and giving fans an extra layer of joy in seeing their favorite entertainers appear alongside the iconic family. The way The Simpsons integrates its guest stars into the world of Springfield is a major part of its lasting charm. The show has a unique ability to blend its celebrity guests into the plot lines in ways that are both seamless and humorous. Whether it's a musician appearing at Moe's Tavern, or a celebrity playing a neighbor, or even Homer's new boss, each guest star is folded into the fabric of the show without ever feeling forced. Instead of simply showcasing their fame, The Simpsons allows its guest stars to become integral to the story, often using them as comedic foils or giving them quirky characteristics that make their appearances all the more memorable. Moreover, The Simpsons has used its guest stars to comment on broader social and cultural issues. For example, in the episode Marge versus the Monorail, Leonard Nimoy, best known for his role as Spock on Star Trek, appears as himself, joining the town of Springfield in their ill fated venture to build a monorail system. The episode is a pointed satire of greed, mismanagement, and the dangers of blindly following charismatic leaders. Nimoy's participation is not just a fun cameo, it serves as a commentary on the way society can be swayed by flashy promises without considering the consequences. The Simpsons continues to use these guest appearances to explore deeper issues, from environmental concerns to corporate malfeasance, all while maintaining the lighthearted, irreverent humor that has become the show's trademark. The endless parade of guest stars on The Simpsons is a testament to the show's cultural relevance and its ability to remain fresh, funny, and innovative over the years. Whether they're playing themselves or fictional characters, these stars bring an added layer of excitement to the episodes they appear in, and their involvement continues to be one of the defining features of the show. From political figures to musicians, actors to comedians, The Simpsons has created a space where celebrities of all kinds can come together to share their talents and personalities with an audience that has come to expect nothing less than the unexpected. In the world of The Simpsons, music is more than just background noise. It is an essential part of the show's identity, playing a crucial role in shaping the atmosphere and emotional tone of every episode. From the instantly recognizable theme song to the numerous musical numbers scattered throughout the series, music has been woven into the fabric of The Simpsons in ways that enhance both its humor and its depth. The show's ability to incorporate music, whether through original compositions, parodies, or famous songs, has helped solidify its place in the cultural zeitgeist, making it one of the most musically influential shows in television history. The first and most iconic piece of music associated with The Simpsons is, of course, the theme song. Composed by Danny Elfman, the theme song is one of the most recognizable in television history. Its quirky, energetic melody, combined with the visual gags of the opening credits, sets the tone for the entire show. The theme is instantly familiar to anyone who has ever watched the show, and its distinctive style perfectly matches the humorous yet satirical nature of The Simpsons. What makes the theme song so effective is its ability to capture the essence of the show in just a few short seconds. The music conveys both the chaotic and playful spirit of Springfield and the lovable dysfunction of the Simpson family. The theme's upbeat rhythm, punctuated by Elfman's signature sweeping orchestration, perfectly mirrors the zany, fast paced humor of the show, while its quirky melody hints at the deeper emotional moments that often arise amidst the absurdity. It's a piece of music that has become as iconic as the characters themselves, immediately evoking memories of the show's colorful world and the hilarious adventures of the Simpson family. But the influence of music in The Simpsons extends far beyond the opening credits. Throughout the show's run, music has been used as a tool for both comedy and emotional depth. Whether it's a hilarious musical number, a heartfelt ballad, or a clever parody of a famous song, The Simpsons has consistently demonstrated its ability to use music to enhance the storytelling. One of the most notable ways that The Simpsons uses music is through its original musical numbers. Over the years, the show has featured a number of memorable songs that have become classics in their own right. From Homer's heartfelt rendition of Why Do Fools Fall in Love in the episode Homer's Barbershop Quartet to the family's rendition of the Simpsons theme song in Bart vs. Australia, The Simpsons has a long history of creating original songs that resonate with viewers. These musical numbers are often parodies of popular genres, styles, and artists, adding an extra layer of humor to the show's already sharp wit. In particular, The Simpsons' ability to satirize musical styles and genres has helped solidify its place in the music world. Whether it's an over the top musical number spoofing a Broadway show or a rock anthem that parodies the rebellious spirit of youth, the show's creators have always been able to deliver a musical experience that feels both familiar and delightfully absurd. Episodes like Marge versus the Monorail and Homer's Phobia feature musical numbers that are not only hilarious, but also surprisingly well composed, showcasing the show's deep understanding of music and its ability to poke fun at different genres and styles. Of course, The Simpsons is also known for its numerous parodies of popular songs. Throughout its run, the show has spoofed songs from a variety of genres rock, pop, country, classical, and more, often incorporating them into episodes to create memorable, funny moments. These musical parodies often serve as a clever commentary on the culture and trends of the time, poking fun at everything from mainstream music to subcultures. Episodes like The Springfield Connection, which parodies the famous The Sound of Music number, Do Re Mi, and The Yellow Album, a musical homage to the Beatles, have demonstrated the show's ability to blend humor and music in a way that is both entertaining and insightful. Perhaps the most notable musical guest appearance on The Simpsons is that of Michael Jackson in the episode Stark Raving Dad, where he voiced the character of Leon Kompowski, a man in a mental institution who believes he is the king of pop. Jackson not only made a memorable guest appearance, but he also contributed a song, Happy Birthday Lisa, which became an iconic moment in the show's history. The song, which Jackson wrote specifically for the episode, is not just a fun musical number. It also reflects the show's ability to bring in major cultural figures and use their influence to create memorable musical moments that extend far beyond the screen. The use of music in The Simpsons isn't limited to parodies or original compositions. It also features musical scores that help set the tone of the show. While the show's overall style is playful and humorous, it also has moments of depth where music plays an important role in conveying the emotional undercurrents of the story. Episodes such as Lisa's First Word and Mother Simpson use music to underscore the more tender, emotional moments, helping to elevate the emotional weight of the scenes. The way the music swells or fades in these episodes adds to the depth and complexity of the storytelling, allowing the show to explore themes of family, loss, and love in ways that feel both relatable and heartwarming. The show's composers, led by Danny Elfman in the early years and later a team of talented musical directors, have consistently delivered memorable and dynamic scores that complement the tone of each episode. The music is often used to heighten the humor of a scene, whether it's through a sudden shift in tempo or a dramatic orchestral swell, or to evoke deeper emotions that help to balance the satire with more heartfelt moments. The ability to use music in this way is a testament to the show's creative genius, blending humor, heart, and innovation to create a soundtrack that is as iconic as the characters themselves. The success of The Simpsons music has also led to the release of numerous soundtracks, which have allowed fans to experience the show's music outside of the episodes. These albums feature a mix of original songs, parodies, and the show's most iconic musical moments. The Simpsons has also been recognized for its musical achievements, earning nominations and awards for its music over the years, further solidifying the importance of music in the show's legacy. From its instantly recognizable theme song to its memorable musical numbers and parodies, music has played an integral role in defining The Simpsons. It has helped the show become a cultural touchstone, allowing it to connect with audiences in ways that extend far beyond the screen. The show's musical influence can be seen in its ability to blend humor with depth, parody with tribute, and comedy with emotion, creating a soundscape that is as varied and dynamic as Springfield itself. As we continue our journey through the world of The Simpsons, it becomes clear that the heart of the show lies in its memorable episodes and storylines. While the characters, the humor, and the animation are all integral to the show's success, it is the episodes themselves that have left a lasting impact on its audience. These episodes, whether they're deeply emotional, absurdly comedic, or cleverly satirical, form the foundation of what makes The Simpsons such a beloved series. They capture the essence of the show, its wit, its warmth, and its ability to blend the ordinary with the extraordinary in ways that feel both familiar and surreal. Over the years, The Simpsons has produced hundreds of episodes, each with its own unique storyline. Some episodes stand out for their comedic brilliance, while others are remembered for their emotional depth or social commentary. What makes these episodes so memorable is their ability to resonate with viewers on a personal level, touching on universal themes of love, family, friendship, and the absurdity of life. In many ways, the episodes of The Simpsons reflect our own experiences, albeit through the lens of the zany and exaggerated world of Springfield. One of the most iconic episodes in the history of The Simpsons is Marge versus the Monorail, which is often hailed as one of the show's finest examples of satire and storytelling. The episode, which originally aired in 1993, features the town of Springfield being convinced by a con artist to build a monorail system, leading to a series of comical events that reflect the dangers of blindly following charismatic leaders. What makes this episode so memorable is its perfect blend of absurdity and social commentary. The monorail, a seemingly ridiculous concept, serves as a satirical critique of the way society often embraces flashy, impractical ideas without considering the long term consequences. The episode also features a memorable guest appearance by Leonard Nimoy, adding to its cultural significance. Another standout episode is Homer's Phobia, in which Homer grapples with his own prejudices and fears when he befriends a gay man named John. The episode, which originally aired in 1997, addresses themes of tolerance and acceptance in a way that is both humorous and heartfelt. Homer's discomfort with John, paired with his eventual realization that his own biases are unfounded, serves as a powerful message about the importance of embracing diversity. The episode's ability to tackle such a sensitive issue with humor and compassion is a testament to The Simpsons' unique ability to balance comedy with deeper social themes. There are also episodes that focus on the emotional lives of the characters, offering moments of introspection and growth that go beyond the usual jokes and gags. Lisa's First Word, which originally aired in 1992, is one such episode. In this tender story, the Simpson family recalls the moment when Lisa said her first word, and the episode explores the bond between Homer and his children, particularly his relationship with Lisa. The episode is a heartwarming reflection on parenthood, nostalgia, and the passage of time, and it remains one of the most beloved episodes in the show's history. It's a perfect example of how The Simpsons can balance humor with emotional resonance, showing that the show's characters are more than just caricatures. They are people with real feelings and experiences. Another memorable episode that stands out for its emotional depth is Mother Simpson, in which Homer reunites with his long-lost mother, Mona Simpson, who has been hiding from the law for years. This episode explores Homer's complex relationship with his mother, offering a rare glimpse into his emotional vulnerability. The episode is notable for its emotional moments, including the scene in which Homer says goodbye to his mother and for its poignant exploration of family dynamics. Mother Simpson is a perfect example of how The Simpsons is able to take an absurd premise and turn it into a deeply emotional and meaningful story. One of the show's most famous storylines is the ongoing arc involving Homer and Marge's relationship. Over the years, we've seen the ups and downs of their marriage, from Homer's many blunders to Marge's unwavering support. One standout episode in this regard is A Streetcar Named Marge, in which Marge performs in a local production of A Streetcar Named Desire while dealing with the strain of her marriage to Homer. The episode explores the emotional complexities of their relationship, showing that even though Homer may be flawed, he is deeply devoted to Marge and willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. The episode is a touching exploration of love, sacrifice, and the challenges that come with being in a long-term relationship. In addition to these character-driven episodes, The Simpsons has also produced a number of episodes that focus on the town of Springfield itself, exploring the eccentricities and absurdities of the community. One of the most memorable of these is Who Shot Mr. Burns, a two-part episode that centers around the mystery of who shot the villainous Mr. Burns. The episode, which originally aired in 1995, is a perfect example of the show's ability to parody the conventions of soap operas and murder mysteries while still maintaining its own unique identity. The episode's cliffhanger ending, which left viewers on the edge of their seats, became one of the most talked about moments in television history, further solidifying The Simpsons' place in pop culture. One of the most endearing aspects of The Simpsons is its ability to return to familiar themes and settings while also offering fresh and inventive takes on the same ideas. The show has produced a variety of episodes that play with the idea of time, memory, and nostalgia, offering viewers a chance to reflect on the passage of time and the changes that come with it. Episodes like Bart Gets an F, in which Bart struggles with schoolwork, and Homer the Great, in which Homer joins a secret society, are both comedic and reflective, showing the characters in moments of personal growth and introspection. The beauty of The Simpsons episodes lies in their ability to blend the everyday with the absurd. Whether it's a mundane moment of family life, a social commentary on the world around us, or a surreal adventure, each episode carries with it the same underlying themes of love, friendship, family, and the chaos of life. The show's ability to shift between these different tones, from the comically absurd to the emotionally resonant, is what has made The Simpsons one of the most beloved television shows of all time. The impact of The Simpsons episodes cannot be overstated. These storylines, which range from absurd to heartfelt, have touched on some of the most important aspects of human life, creating a show that is both a source of laughter and a mirror to the world around us. Through its iconic episodes, The Simpsons has not only entertained millions of viewers, but has also shaped the way we think about comedy, family, and life itself. As we continue our journey through the vast and colorful world of The Simpsons, we come to a deeper, often overlooked aspect of the show, its philosophy. Beneath the humor, the gags, and the absurdity lies a subtle yet profound exploration of life's complexities. The Simpsons may be known for its sharp satire, slapstick comedy, and outrageous characters, but it is also a show that deals with life's bigger questions: love, family, identity, mortality, and the search for meaning. These themes, often buried beneath layers of jokes and visual puns, resonate on a deeper level, providing the show with its lasting emotional impact. At its core, The Simpsons offers a reflection on the human condition, reminding us that despite the chaos of life, there is beauty in the everyday and lessons to be learned from even the most unlikely sources. The show's unique ability to weave life lessons into its narratives is one of the reasons it has remained so relevant and beloved for decades. Whether it's Homer's misguided attempts at wisdom or Lisa's introspective musings, The Simpsons speaks to the trials and tribulations of life with warmth, humor, and a profound sense of understanding. One of the most prominent philosophical themes explored throughout the series is the idea of imperfection. Homer, in particular, is a character who embodies the messiness of life. His flaws are many, but his love for his family is unwavering. Homer's frequent failures, both as a father and as a husband, are often the source of much of the show's humor. Yet through these missteps, The Simpsons offers an important message. It's not about being perfect, but about doing the best you can with the circumstances you're given. Homer's love for his family, despite his many shortcomings, teaches us that it's okay to be flawed as long as we remain kind and loving toward those we care about. In a world that often emphasizes perfection, The Simpsons reminds us that true happiness comes from embracing our imperfections and learning from our mistakes. This idea of embracing imperfection is also reflected in Marge's character. While Homer may be the bumbling, often clueless father, Marge is the steady, patient, and nurturing mother who holds the family together. Marge's character often sacrifices her own desires and happiness for the sake of her family, and yet her actions are always grounded in love and loyalty. Through Marge, The Simpsons shows that strength is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's the quiet resilience, the day to day support, and the unconditional love that makes the greatest impact. Marge's role in the family offers an important lesson about the value of selflessness and the way in which small acts of kindness can have a lasting effect on those around us. Another significant theme explored in The Simpsons is the concept of identity. This theme is most notably explored through Lisa, the intellectual and socially conscious member of the family. Lisa often feels out of place in her own family, as she is the only one who seems to have a clear sense of purpose and a desire for something greater. Her character represents the search for meaning, the yearning for knowledge, and the struggle to reconcile individual desires with familial expectations. Over the years, Lisa's character has dealt with issues like gender roles, the pressure to conform, and the challenges of growing up as the smartest person in the room. Through her struggles, The Simpsons tackles the complexities of identity, how we define ourselves, how we relate to others, and how we balance our own needs with the needs of those we love. Lisa's character also highlights the importance of empathy and social awareness. While she may be academically gifted, Lisa often finds herself at odds with the people around her, particularly her father, who struggles to understand her intellectual pursuits. Yet despite this, Lisa continues to be a voice for justice, equality, and compassion. Her activism, her desire to make the world a better place, and her refusal to conform to societal expectations make her an inspiring character for viewers of all ages. Through Lisa, The Simpsons teaches the importance of staying true to oneself, even when it means standing apart from others. Her character serves as a reminder that authenticity and empathy are among the most valuable traits a person can possess. The show also frequently explores the theme of existential questioning, the search for purpose, and the understanding of life's fleeting nature. This is most notably explored through the character of Bart, who, while often portrayed as a mischievous troublemaker, also serves as a vehicle for exploring deeper existential themes. Bart's rebellious nature and his constant quest for freedom can be seen as a response to the constraints of society, family, and the expectations placed upon him. Bart's journey is one of self discovery as he grapples with his place in the world and the meaning of his actions. His character reminds us that adolescence is a time of questioning, of searching for identity, and of challenging the status quo. Bart's struggles with authority, whether it's with his teachers, his parents, or societal norms, reflect the universal experience of trying to carve out one's own path. The Simpsons uses Bart's character to explore the tension between individuality and conformity, and the challenges of growing up in a world that often doesn't make room for nonconformity. While Bart's behavior is often disruptive and rebellious, His character is also a reflection of the desire for freedom, independence, and the search for meaning in a world that can sometimes feel suffocating. While Homer, Marge, Lisa, and Bart each have their own personal journeys, the overarching philosophy of The Simpsons lies in its exploration of family dynamics. The show offers a meditation on what it means to be a family, not just the good times, but also the challenges and imperfections that come with being part of a family unit. The Simpsons reminds us that family is not just about shared blood, but about love, support, and the willingness to forgive. The show's portrayal of family life is raw and unfiltered, showing both the joy and the frustration that come with living together, working through conflicts, and growing together as a unit. In a world that often seems divided, The Simpsons offers a message of unity. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all part of something bigger than ourselves, whether it's our families, our communities, or the world at large. The show's gentle yet profound philosophy encourages us to find meaning in the everyday, to embrace our imperfections, and to cherish the relationships that shape our lives. Through the lens of humor and satire, The Simpsons provides a philosophical framework for understanding the complexities of the human experience. As we move further into the heart of The Simpsons, we arrive at one of the most significant aspects of the show, its legacy. For more than 30 years, The Simpsons has been a cultural touchstone, influencing not only the world of television, but it's also shaping the way we think about animation, family dynamics, and satire. The show has become a permanent fixture in the landscape of popular culture, and its influence can be seen in countless other shows, films, and aspects of everyday life. Yet, despite its immense success and cultural significance, The Simpsons has managed to maintain its relevance through its willingness to evolve and adapt to changing times. The history of The Simpsons began in 1987 as a series of short segments on The Tracy Ullman Show, a late night comedy program. It was a humble beginning for what would later become the longest running American sitcom and the longest running animated series in television history. The transition from a short segment to a full fledged television show in 1989 marked the beginning of a new era in animated television. At the time, animation was largely seen as a medium for children's cartoons or Saturday morning cartoons, but The Simpsons proved that animation could be used to tell stories for a wider, more diverse audience. With its clever humor, social commentary, and unforgettable characters, the show quickly became a hit and changed the landscape of animated television forever. The success of The Simpsons was not just about the humor or the animation, it was also about the way it connected with its audience. The Simpson family, with their quirky personalities and relatable struggles, became a mirror for many viewers, reflecting their own experiences of family life, growing up, and navigating the absurdities of the world. The show's ability to blend the ordinary with the extraordinary, to find humor in the mundane, and to explore deeper social and emotional themes made it more than just a comedy. It made it a piece of television history. As The Simpsons continued to grow, so did its impact on television and pop culture. In its early years, the show pushed boundaries, taking on controversial topics like politics, social issues, and the often absurd nature of American life. Through its satire, the show became a vehicle for exploring the flaws and contradictions of modern society. often with a sharp wit that resonated with audiences and critics alike. The Simpsons was never afraid to tackle issues that other shows might shy away from, and its fearless approach to social commentary became one of its defining features. Beyond its cultural commentary, The Simpsons also revolutionized the way television shows were made. It introduced the idea of a prime-time animated series for adults, paving the way for other shows like Family Guy, South Park, and Rick and Morty, all of which followed in The Simpsons' footsteps. The show's blend of humor, heart, and social relevance proved that animated television could appeal to a broader audience than ever before, making it possible for future animated series to find success in the primetime television landscape. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of The Simpsons' legacy is its ability to adapt to changing times. While the show has certainly evolved over the years, it has remained true to its core identity, an exploration of family, society, and the absurdities of life. The show's writers and creators have managed to keep The Simpsons fresh and relevant, even as the world around it has changed. From the rise of social media to the shift in political landscapes, The Simpsons has tackled current events and trends with the same sharp satire and humor that has made it so beloved. By addressing the challenges and absurdities of the modern world, The Simpsons has continued to engage with new generations of viewers, proving that it is a show that can adapt and evolve while maintaining its timeless charm. As the years went by, The Simpsons became not just a television show, but a cultural institution. It entered the collective consciousness in ways that few other shows have. Quotes from the show, such as Homer's iconic "Dough" and Bart's rebellious "Eat my shorts," became part of everyday conversation, ingraining the characters and their catchphrases into the lexicon of popular culture. The show's influence spread beyond television, inspiring books, video games, merchandise, and even theme park attractions. It wasn't just a TV show, it was a global phenomenon. In addition to its commercial success, The Simpsons has also been recognized for its critical acclaim. Over the years, the show has won numerous awards, including multiple Emmys, Golden Globes, and even a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Critics have praised the show for its wit, creativity, and ability to balance humor with social relevance. The Simpsons is often regarded as one of the greatest television shows of all time, with its influence extending beyond the world of animation into the broader cultural and entertainment landscape. Despite its incredible success, The Simpsons has not been without its controversies. As with any long-running show, there have been moments of criticism, whether for its portrayal of certain characters, its handling of sensitive topics, or its shifts in style over the years. Some fans feel that the show has lost some of its original magic in recent seasons, while others argue that it continues to be a relevant and necessary voice in the world of television. Regardless of the opinions on its later years, the show's cultural impact cannot be denied. The Simpsons has shaped the way we think about animated television, and its influence will continue to be felt for years to come. The legacy of The Simpsons is not just about the episodes or the characters. It is about the way the show has shaped our understanding of family, humor, and society. The show's ability to reflect the complexities of modern life while maintaining a sense of warmth and humor is what has made it so enduring. The Simpsons has been a constant companion for viewers, offering both a satirical view of the world and a reminder that despite the chaos, love, laughter, and family are what truly matter. As we look back on the show's incredible run, it's clear that The Simpsons has earned its place in television history. Its legacy is not just defined by its longevity or its cultural significance, but by its ability to continue evolving, adapting, and staying relevant to new generations of viewers. Whether it's through its satirical humor, its unforgettable characters, or its deep reflections on life, The Simpsons has become a show that has touched the hearts of millions, leaving an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. After more than a decade of groundbreaking television, The Simpsons took the leap to the big screen with The Simpsons movie in 2007, a bold move that marked an important milestone in the show's history. It was a chance for Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, and the entire cast of Springfield to step beyond the confines of their television set and into a wider cinematic universe. While the series had already achieved iconic status on TV, the movie offered an opportunity for The Simpsons to explore new storytelling possibilities and take its signature blend of humor, satire, and heart to a global audience. The plot of The Simpsons movie begins with Homer's usual bumbling and reckless behavior, which leads to a series of events that threaten to destroy Springfield. After Homer's ill advised actions result in the environmental devastation of the town, the Simpsons family is forced to face the consequences of Homer's actions while also dealing with their own personal struggles. As the family comes together to save Springfield, the film captures the essence of The Simpsons, a balance between absurdity and heartfelt emotion. The movie showcases the family's love for one another even in the face of chaos and reinforces the show's central theme that no matter how dysfunctional things may get, love and loyalty are what ultimately hold everything together. One of the most striking aspects of the Simpsons movie is how it expands on the world of Springfield, bringing to life familiar locations and characters in new ways. The film retains the signature visual style of the show, but with higher production values and an enhanced level of detail that make the characters and settings feel more alive than ever. The colorful, exaggerated animation that made the series famous translates beautifully to the cinematic experience, and the wider canvas of the movie allows the filmmakers to create larger than life set pieces and epic visual gags that wouldn't have been possible in the smaller format of the show. The movie also does an excellent job of playing with the established dynamics of the Simpson family. At its core, the Simpsons movie is a story about family, about the importance of taking responsibility, acknowledging one's mistakes, and ultimately finding redemption. Homer's character, ever the well meaning fool, is given a chance for personal growth in the film as he faces the consequences of his actions. His journey from irresponsible and selfish to a hero who is willing to sacrifice for the sake of his family is a central arc in the movie. It is an extension of Homer's evolution over the course of the series, but it is given a new, more serious dimension within the context of the film. This sense of growth and development makes the movie feel both like an extension of the TV show and a more substantial, standalone adventure. The movie also provides deeper insight into the relationships between the characters. The tension between Homer and Marge, which is often played for laughs on the show, becomes more poignant in the film, highlighting the complexities of marriage and the struggle to maintain a strong bond despite personal flaws. Lisa's intellectual aspirations are given more space to breathe, and Bart's rebellion is explored in a more emotional way as he grapples with his role within the family and the desire to prove himself. Even Maggie, often the silent observer in the TV series, plays an active role in the movie, adding another layer of depth to the family dynamic. The film gives each character their moment to shine, adding both humor and heart to the story. While The Simpsons movie is a love letter to the series' long history, it also brings a fresh perspective to the show's humor and storytelling. The film's satire is as sharp as ever, with the characters and plot poking fun at a variety of societal issues, including environmentalism, politics, and corporate greed. The way the film uses its plot to critique the government's response to crises, as well as the often absurd lengths people will go to in order to solve problems, fits perfectly with the show's long tradition of biting social commentary. The humor is, as always, a blend of the surreal and the relatable, with visual gags and clever dialogue that both reflect the absurdities of real life and exaggerate them for comedic effect. One of the movie's standout features is its ability to bring the essence of The Simpsons to a broader, more universal stage. While the show is steeped in references to American culture, politics, and suburban life, the movie successfully captures the humor and heart of the series in a way that resonates with audiences around the world. The themes of family, love, and redemption are universal, and the film's exploration of these themes is both funny and touching, making it accessible to viewers beyond the show's usual fan base. In doing so, The Simpsons movie demonstrates the lasting appeal of the franchise, proving that its humor and warmth are not confined to the television screen, but can transcend borders and cultures. The movie also succeeded in capturing the long running affection that fans have for the show. The movie's release was an event for fans who had grown up with The Simpsons and watched it evolve over the years. It was a moment of celebration for longtime viewers, a chance to see the beloved characters in a new context while still staying true to the show's spirit. The Simpsons movie offered a sense of closure to those who had followed the series from the beginning, while also offering a new entry point for casual viewers who may have never watched the show regularly. This ability to appeal to both longtime fans and newcomers is one of the movie's greatest achievements. The film also stands out in terms of its cultural impact. While many animated series have tried to transition to film with varying degrees of success, The Simpsons movie was a rare example of a show making the leap to the big screen with both critical and commercial success. The movie grossed over 500 million worldwide, proving that The Simpsons was as popular as ever and that its place in popular culture was firmly cemented. Its success sparked discussions about the future of animated films, inspiring other TV shows to explore the possibility of a cinematic release. The Simpsons movie may not have been the end of the road for the Simpson family, but it was certainly a high point in the show's legacy. The movie captured the spirit of The Simpsons while offering something fresh and exciting for both fans and new audiences. It proved that the world of Springfield was just as vibrant, funny, and relevant on the big screen as it had always been on television. More than just a film, The Simpsons movie was a celebration of everything that made the series great: its humor, its heart, and its ability to tackle the absurdities of life with wit, charm, and a touch of irreverence. As with any long running show, The Simpsons has not been immune to controversies and criticisms over the years. While the show has undeniably had a significant impact on television and pop culture, it has also faced its fair share of challenges, both from external critics and from within its own fan base. Some fans have expressed disappointment with the show's later seasons, citing a decline in quality or a shift in tone, while others have raised concerns about the way the show handles sensitive topics, from race and gender to its portrayal of violence. Despite these criticisms, The Simpsons has continued to evolve, addressing issues head on and maintaining its place in the cultural zeitgeist. One of the most significant controversies that The Simpsons has faced is the issue of its portrayal of race. Over the years, the show has been criticized for its depictions of minority characters, particularly its portrayal of Apu Nahasapima Petalon, the Indian American convenience store owner. Apu was voiced by Hank Azaria, a white actor, and his portrayal was often seen as a stereotype of South Asian people. While Apu was initially presented as a quirky, hard-working character, some critics argued that his characterization was problematic and reinforced harmful stereotypes. The controversy came to a head in 2017 with the release of the documentary The Problem with Apu, which explored the character's portrayal and its impact on South Asian representation in media. In response to the criticism, Hank Azaria publicly apologized for his portrayal of Apu, acknowledging that it was a mistake to have a white actor voice a South Asian character. The controversy sparked wider conversations about race in animation and the responsibility of shows like The Simpsons to ensure that their characters are portrayed authentically and respectfully. In later seasons, the show made efforts to address these concerns by eliminating Apu's role in some episodes and by making changes to the casting of characters voiced by white actors, such as hiring non-white voice actors for some of the show's minority characters. Despite these efforts, the issue remains a sensitive one for many fans, and it continues to be a subject of debate and discussion. Another area where The Simpsons has faced criticism is in its handling of gender roles and the portrayal of women. Over the years, the show has been accused of perpetuating outdated stereotypes, particularly in its early seasons. Characters like Marge Simpson, while deeply loving and supportive, were often portrayed as the nagging wife or the long-suffering mother with little room for the development of her own identity outside of her family role. Lisa Simpson, while presented as a feminist and intellectual, has also faced criticism for being the only character on the show who consistently embodies progressive values, often making her seem overly righteous or isolated from the rest of the family. However, The Simpsons has also been praised for its ability to address issues of gender inequality in a satirical and sometimes even progressive way. Lisa's character, for example, has evolved over the years to become a voice for social justice and political awareness. While some of the show's early depictions of gender roles may feel outdated by modern standards, The Simpsons has also tackled issues like feminism, abortion rights, and the glass ceiling in a way that challenges traditional gender norms. Lisa's character, in particular, has been a source of empowerment for many viewers, especially young girls, who see her as a role model for intellect, independence, and activism. The show's handling of political topics has also been a point of contention for many viewers. The Simpsons has long been known for its political satire, which often targets both conservative and liberal viewpoints. The show's creators have never shied away from lampooning politicians, political ideologies, and government institutions, and many of the show's episodes feature scathing critiques of everything from corporate greed to social inequality. While this satire has made The Simpsons a beloved show for many, it has also alienated some viewers who feel that the show's political messages are too pointed or too one sided. Critics from both sides of the political spectrum have accused the show of promoting a specific agenda, whether that be conservative or liberal, and some have argued that The Simpsons has become too political in recent years. Despite the criticism, The Simpsons has maintained its commitment to satire, using humor as a way to comment on the state of the world and highlight the absurdities of modern life. The show's creators have always maintained that their goal is not to push a particular political agenda, but rather to provide a platform for critical thinking and social commentary. The show's ability to tackle controversial topics with humor and wit is part of what has made it so enduring. And while its political satire may not always be universally loved, it is an essential part of the show's DNA. In addition to its portrayal of race, gender, and politics, The Simpsons has also faced criticism for its handling of sensitive subjects like violence and its occasional portrayal of characters engaging in reckless or dangerous behavior. The show's slapstick humor, while often hilarious, has sometimes been accused of glamorizing violence or encouraging bad behavior, particularly among younger viewers. Episodes that feature Homer engaging in reckless stunts or Bart causing mayhem in Springfield have sparked concerns about the impact of such content on children. However, The Simpsons has always balanced its absurd humor with moments of genuine warmth, making it clear that the consequences of the characters' actions are often exaggerated for comedic effect. Despite these criticisms, The Simpsons remains a beloved and influential show that has shaped the landscape of television for over 30 years. Its willingness to tackle controversial topics head on, its ability to evolve with the times, and its commitment to challenging societal norms have made it one of the most enduring and iconic shows in television history. While it has faced its share of criticism over the years, The Simpsons has always remained true to its roots, using humor to explore the complexities of life, family, and society. The show's legacy is not just defined by its controversies, but by the way it has sparked conversations, challenged conventions, and ultimately made us laugh and reflect on the world around us. At the heart of The Simpsons lies its exploration of family dynamics, an enduring theme that has been woven through each episode, often providing both comedic relief and emotional depth. While the show is known for its outlandish humor, its true brilliance comes from its portrayal of the Simpson family and the love, conflict, and growth that exists between them. Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie may live in a world full of absurdity, but their relationships are rooted in real, relatable emotions: love, frustration, joy, and the complex navigations of familial bonds. Through the ups and downs, the Simpson family remains the beating heart of the show, a reflection of the universal experience of family life. The relationship between Homer and Marge Simpson has long been a cornerstone of the show's exploration of love and conflict. On the surface, Homer and Marge may seem like an unlikely pair. Homer is lazy, impulsive, and often oblivious to the world around him, while Marge is patient, nurturing, and often the emotional anchor of the family. Yet, despite their differences, their love for each other remains strong and unwavering. In many ways, their relationship mirrors the complexities of real life marriages, filled with moments of tension and misunderstanding, but also profound love and mutual respect. Throughout the series, we see Homer and Marge navigate the challenges of raising children, managing a household, and dealing with the day to day stresses of life. Homer's frequent blunders, his laziness, his love of donuts, his impulsive decisions often put a strain on their relationship. Yet it is through these flaws that the show illustrates the depth of Marge's love for Homer. She forgives his mistakes, supports him through his shortcomings, and continually puts the needs of her family above her own. Marge's role as the emotional backbone of the family is a central theme in The Simpsons, and her unwavering devotion to Homer, despite his many faults, is a reminder that love in a family is not always perfect, but it is always worth fighting for. One of the most poignant aspects of Homer and Marge's relationship is the way they continue to grow and learn from each other. Though Homer may often act like a fool, he is not without moments of insight and self reflection. Over time, he learns the importance of responsibility, of being there for his family, and of making sacrifices for those he loves. Marge, for her part, learns to balance her selflessness with her own needs and desires. The growth of their relationship throughout the series is a testament to the power of love and compromise, and it reinforces the idea that relationships, whether romantic, familial, or otherwise, are about evolution, understanding, and mutual respect. The relationship between Bart and Lisa Simpson is another central element in the show's exploration of family dynamics. As siblings, Bart and Lisa are often at odds, with Bart's rebellious nature constantly clashing with Lisa's intellectual pursuits. Bart's antics often frustrate Lisa, while Lisa's seriousness and desire for excellence sometimes make Bart feel misunderstood and alienated. Yet beneath the rivalry, there is a deep bond between them, a sibling love that transcends their differences. In many episodes, we see moments of tenderness between Bart and Lisa as they come together to support each other through challenges, despite their often opposing personalities. Bart's role as the bad boy of the family is often a source of conflict in their relationship. His mischievous behavior and tendency to cause trouble often drive a wedge between him and his more responsible sister. However, as the series progresses, we see that Bart's rebelliousness is not without its own emotional complexity. He is a child struggling to find his place in the world, yearning for attention and validation. Lisa, despite her frustrations with him, often serves as a stabilizing force in his life, offering him support and guidance when he needs it most. Their dynamic highlights the complexity of sibling relationships, showing that even when siblings fight and disagree, there is always an underlying connection that binds them together. Lisa, for her part, has her own struggles with identity and belonging. As the most intellectual member of the family, Lisa often feels like an outsider, both within her family and in the larger world around her. Her intelligence and aspirations often set her apart from her peers and family members, and she sometimes feels isolated as a result. Yet despite this, Lisa's character is one of strength and resilience. She is determined to stay true to her values, even when it means being different from those around her. Her journey is one of self discovery as she learns to embrace her individuality and find her place in the family. Through Lisa's character, The Simpsons explores themes of ambition, self acceptance, and the desire to make a difference in the world. While the relationships between Homer, Marge, Bart, and Lisa form the emotional core of the show, it is Maggie Simpson who often symbolizes the quiet, unspoken love that exists within a family. As the youngest member of the family, Maggie's role is primarily nonverbal, yet her presence is felt in nearly every episode. Maggie's character represents the innocence of childhood, the unspoken bond between family members, and the idea that love transcends words. Though she may not speak, Maggie is often a catalyst for emotional moments, reminding the audience that sometimes the most powerful emotions are communicated without words. Her connection to her family is a reminder that love is not just about grand gestures or spoken declarations. It is about the quiet, everyday moments of care, affection, and support that make a family strong. The Simpsons masterfully portrays the complexities of family life, the love, the conflict, the frustration, and the growth that come with being part of a family unit. Through the relationships between Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, the show explores the universal experience of family, showing that while families may not always be perfect, they are always worth fighting for. The show's exploration of family dynamics goes beyond the surface, delving into the emotional depth of the characters and their relationships. It is this exploration of family that has made The Simpsons so enduring, as it resonates with viewers from all walks of life who see their own families reflected in the Simpson household. Ultimately, The Simpsons teaches us that family is about more than just shared blood. It is about love, support, and the willingness to accept one another's flaws and imperfections. The show's portrayal of the Simpson family's journey through life, with all its ups and downs, is a poignant reminder that the strength of a family lies not in its perfection, but in its ability to navigate the challenges of life together with love, humor, and understanding. Through love, conflict, and growth, The Simpsons shows that family is the foundation of everything, and that no matter how dysfunctional or chaotic life may get, love and loyalty always prevail. One of the most enduring and beloved characters in television history is Homer Simpson. Throughout the years, Homer has transformed from the bumbling, dim-witted fool we first met in 1989 into a much more complex and layered character, evolving in ways that reflect the passage of time and the changing landscape of television. While he still embodies many of the traits that made him iconic, his laziness, love for beer, and occasional bursts of ridiculousness, Homer's character has also grown and matured, revealing a deeper emotional core that has made him one of the most relatable and endearing figures on television. When we first meet Homer, he is the quintessential hapless father, lazy, incompetent, and often selfish. Homer's early character is largely defined by his flaws. He struggles to maintain a stable job, he constantly makes bad decisions, and he often seems clueless when it comes to understanding the needs of his family. His relationship with Marge is characterized by moments of exasperation as she repeatedly cleans up the messes he makes. However, beneath his foolishness lies a core of love and devotion to his family. Even in his most ridiculous moments, Homer's actions are motivated by a desire to provide for his wife and children, even if he doesn't always know how to do so effectively. In the early seasons, Homer's flaws were a major source of comedy. His antics, from his misadventures at the nuclear power plant to his schemes to avoid responsibility, were often exaggerated for laughs. His stupidity was a central part of his charm, and much of the humor in the early seasons of The Simpsons came from watching Homer make mistakes, fail spectacularly, and still manage to come out on top in some way. This lovable loser persona endeared Homer to viewers, making him one of the most iconic characters in television history. However, as the show progressed, Homer's character began to evolve. The writers began to explore his emotional depth, and it became clear that there was more to Homer than just the bumbling fool. As the series continued, Homer's imperfections were shown to be more than just comedic traits. They were part of a larger, more relatable struggle. Homer, despite his flaws, deeply loves his family and often strives to be a better person, even if he fails in the process. This shift in Homer's characterization marked the beginning of his transformation from a one dimensional comic figure into a more complex and multifaceted character. One of the key elements of Homer's evolution is his relationship with Marge. In the early seasons, Homer's love for Marge is often expressed through his actions, even if he doesn't always understand or acknowledge the sacrifices she makes. Over time, however, Homer's character begins to recognize the depth of his feelings for Marge and the importance of their relationship. In episodes like Homer versus Lisa and the Eighth Commandment, Homer begins to understand the consequences of his actions and the emotional toll they take on his wife and children. This shift in Homer's awareness represents a subtle but important change in his character, from a man who was largely unaware of the impact of his behavior to one who, at times, tries to improve himself for the sake of his family. Throughout the show's run, Homer also begins to show a greater degree of self awareness. In many episodes, Homer reflects on his shortcomings and tries, often unsuccessfully, to make amends. For example, in Homer the Heretic, Homer learns the importance of family traditions and the value of spending time with his loved ones, even though he initially resists it. In episodes like The Burns Cage, Homer is forced to confront his own biases and question his moral compass. While he still makes mistakes, these moments of introspection add a layer of complexity to Homer's character, showing that he is capable of growth even if he takes the long way around. Another significant aspect of Homer's evolution is his role as a father. In the early years of The Simpsons, Homer's relationship with his children was often characterized by neglect or misunderstanding. He frequently made poor decisions that led to conflict with Bart, and his approach to parenting was often more about indulgence and laziness than guidance. However, as the show evolved, Homer's role as a father became more central to his character, and his love for his children became more apparent. Episodes like And Maggie Makes Three and Bart Gets an F showcase Homer's deep emotional connection to his children, particularly in moments where he is forced to confront his failures as a father. While Homer still isn't a perfect parent, these episodes show that his love for Bart, Lisa, and Maggie is genuine, and he often goes to great lengths to ensure their happiness. Homer's relationship with Bart is perhaps the most complex of all. At the start of the series, Homer and Bart's interactions were often defined by conflict, with Homer frequently losing patience with his son's mischievous behavior. However, over time, Homer and Bart's bond grows stronger, and Homer begins to appreciate his son's individuality. Episodes like Bart Gets an F, in which Homer supports Bart through his academic struggles, and Homer versus Bart, where they work together to solve a problem, show that Homer is capable of understanding Bart's struggles and providing him with the guidance he needs. These episodes reveal a more tender side of Homer, one that is deeply concerned with his children's well being and their emotional growth. The evolution of Homer Simpson is a reflection of the broader themes of The Simpsons: the importance of family, the struggle for self improvement, and the messy, imperfect nature of life. Homer's transformation from the bumbling fool to a more heartfelt, nuanced character speaks to the heart of the show. It's not just about laughs or absurd scenarios, but about the emotional complexity of everyday life. Homer's growth, while often slow and stumbling, reflects the reality that personal change is not always easy, but it is possible. His journey from fool to heartfelt hero is a testament to the power of love, self reflection, and the willingness to change. Homer's character arc is one of the most compelling aspects of The Simpsons, and it is one of the reasons the show has remained so relevant for over 3 decades. Through Homer, the show explores the complexities of fatherhood, marriage, and personal growth, while also providing plenty of laughs along the way. Homer may still be prone to making mistakes, but his evolution from a simple cartoon character to a deeply flawed yet lovable hero is a testament to the depth and richness of The Simpsons as a series. As we approach the end of our journey through the vast world of The Simpsons, one question remains at the forefront of fans' minds. What does the future hold for the Simpson family and Springfield? For a show that has been on the air for over 3 decades, The Simpsons' longevity is a remarkable achievement, and its ability to remain relevant and entertaining in the face of changing cultural landscapes is a testament to its creators' ingenuity. Yet, as the world around the show continues to evolve, the question of how The Simpsons will adapt to the future is both exciting and uncertain. One of the most striking aspects of The Simpsons is its ability to remain fresh and innovative despite its long history. While many shows have come and gone, The Simpsons has continued to evolve, incorporating new technology, humor, and social commentary into its narrative. As the show enters its 4th decade, the challenge lies in balancing the show's rich history with the ever changing demands of modern television. One area where The Simpsons has already shown its adaptability is in the realm of technology. The rise of streaming platforms and digital media has radically changed the way people consume television, and The Simpsons has been quick to embrace these changes. The show has made its mark on digital platforms like Disney Plus, where it is available for new generations of viewers to discover and old fans to revisit. The streaming revolution has also given the show an opportunity to experiment with new formats and special episodes, allowing it to stay relevant in a world that increasingly favors on demand content. While The Simpsons still retains its traditional network format, these changes in how the show is distributed are helping it stay connected with viewers across multiple generations and mediums. The question of how The Simpsons will address social and political issues in the future is another area of great potential. One of the reasons the show has remained so beloved is its ability to comment on contemporary issues through satire, often with biting humor and a sense of irreverence. Over the years, The Simpsons has tackled a wide array of subjects, from environmentalism to politics to corporate greed, as the world continues to grapple with pressing issues like climate change, political polarization, and social inequality. It is likely that The Simpsons will continue to use its platform to explore these topics in its signature satirical style. The show's commitment to challenging the status quo and providing commentary on society's flaws is unlikely to change, and it's exciting to think about how the Simpson family will react to the complex issues of the future. One possible direction for the show's future could be its exploration of technological advancements, particularly in relation to artificial intelligence and the digital age. As society becomes increasingly immersed in technology, The Simpsons has the potential to offer a humorous and insightful critique of the impact of technology on our lives. With Homer and Bart's love for gadgets, Lisa's intellectual curiosity, and Marge's constant battle with the chaos of modern life, the Simpson family is perfectly positioned to explore the intersection of technology, family, and society. Whether through parodying the rise of social media, exploring the consequences of surveillance culture, or poking fun at the absurdity of tech driven trends, The Simpsons could continue to be at the forefront of cultural commentary as the digital age progresses. Another area where The Simpsons could evolve is in its portrayal of family dynamics. As the Simpson children grow older and new generations of viewers are introduced, the show has the opportunity to explore the changing nature of family life in the modern world. While the core of the show will always center around Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, future episodes may introduce new family members, expand the roles of existing characters, or explore how the family adapts to the changing needs of society. As time passes, the challenges faced by the Simpson family will likely change, providing new avenues for storytelling that reflect the evolving nature of modern life. In addition to exploring the future of family dynamics, The Simpsons could delve deeper into the world of Springfield and its inhabitants. While the show has focused primarily on the Simpson family, Springfield is home to a wide array of eccentric and beloved characters who have played significant roles in the show's history. From Mr. Burns and Moe to Apu and Ned Flanders, the residents of Springfield have each contributed to the show's charm and comedic depth. In the future, we could see more episodes that shine a spotlight on these characters, exploring their own journeys, struggles, and growth. While the Simpson family will always be at the center of the show, expanding the narrative to include more of Springfield's residents could breathe new life into the series and offer fresh perspectives on the world of the show. One possibility for The Simpsons' future is the introduction of more serialized storytelling. While the show has traditionally followed a formula of episodic storytelling, with each episode offering a self contained narrative, there have been moments of longer arcs, such as the ongoing conflict between Homer and Mr. Burns, or the Simpson family's evolving relationships. Future seasons could explore more serialized elements, allowing for deeper character development and long term storytelling. This could be particularly effective in exploring themes like family dynamics, personal growth, and societal change, while still maintaining the show's trademark humor and absurdity. At the same time, The Simpsons may choose to remain true to its episodic nature, focusing on individual stories that can be enjoyed without needing to follow a larger plot arc. This has been one of the strengths of the show over the years. It can be picked up and enjoyed at any point, without requiring viewers to know the backstory. This format has allowed the show to maintain its flexibility and appeal to a wide audience. As long as The Simpsons continues to focus on universal themes like family, love, and the absurdity of life, its ability to stand the test of time will remain intact. Ultimately, the future of The Simpsons lies in its ability to continue adapting while staying true to its roots. The show has always been a reflection of the times, capturing the essence of American life, culture, and humor. Whether it's tackling contemporary issues, exploring new family dynamics, or experimenting with new formats, The Simpsons has the potential to remain relevant for many more years to come. As long as the show continues to challenge the status quo, embrace its absurdity, and celebrate the complexities of family life, it will undoubtedly remain a cultural institution for generations to come. Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey through the world of The Simpsons. We've explored its humble beginnings, the evolution of its characters, the heartwarming family dynamics, and the many layers of humor, satire, and social commentary that have made this show a beloved cornerstone of television. From Homer's bumbling wisdom to Lisa's intellectual pursuit, from Springfield's absurdity to its tender moments, The Simpsons has captured the essence of life itself, filled with joy, chaos, humor, and love. As you drift off into your dreams, may you carry with you the warmth of the Simpson family, the laughter of Springfield, and the reminder that even in the most chaotic moments, family and love are what truly matter. Let the soothing rhythm of this journey lull you into peaceful rest, knowing that tomorrow brings new adventures, and The Simpsons will be there, as always, to remind us of the beauty in the absurd. Good night, dear friend. May your sleep be peaceful, your dreams light, and your heart at ease.